Summoners, we are getting another light mythic. It feels like we just got Kato, and everyone is shocked. I know this is Nerthuz, but where do we place her? How does she rank? How do you use her? Let's get into all of that and jump in. The god of land herself. Those floating horns? Did she take those off of goats? All right. Whew. Okay. So I have a new way I want to look at this. So first let's read this. And this is accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1. So that's slaying. At start of combat, if units HP is greater than 25%, grants Omni plus X during combat. X equals units max special cooldown count times 2 plus 5. Which that maxes out at 15, by the way, which is a ton. And then you get special acceleration as well. You get null follow-up. At start of turn, if unit is adjacent, so then you get standard beast transformation, which is the attack +2 if transformed, the impact, and attack defense -4. You've got Gale Force on her right off the bat, and that gives her that full 15 buff, by the way. You've got attack speed clash, which is fantastic. It's a great skill for her. Fruit of Life. All right, this is a preference. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, inflicts speed defense -5 on foe during combat. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. And unit's next attack deals damage equals total damage reduced by any source, including other skills. Resets at end of combat. And also, if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than 1, so if solo, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. So we've got the tempo, and inflicts gravity on target and foes adjacent to target after combat. And then we've got alarm attack speed, and this is new. This is a brand new thing. It looks like a branch off the rouse skills, but it looks way better because the rouse skills just were never great. This is at start of turn if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than 2, grants attack speed +6, that's a visible buff, and Kento 1 to unit for 1 turn. And that's just adjacent, so that's not too hard to meet. It might be hard on turn 1, but yeah. If number of allies adjacent to unit is less than 1, so if solo, grants attack speed +3 to unit during combat. So what it looks like they've done here is it looks like they've really tried to make this a Gale Force initiator. And let's look real quickly. I've got kind of a cheat sheet of this. Let me know how you like this. I'm curious. This is kind of a new format we're playing with. But Horn of Land has the slaying, the in-combat buffs that equal 15 if you've got Gale Force on there, special acceleration, null follow-up, and Cav Transform. This is kind of an easy way for me to look at it. And then Fruit of Life, you've got that rain, speed defense, so that's -5. So that is like effectively that's 20 extra speed and 20 extra attack, which is a lot. And then you got AoE gravity if the unit is solo. You get damage reduction, which is really neat on a Cav. And then you've got offensive tempo. And then you've got Ice Mirror. So that is all the things we have here. The problem is we're trying to figure out a place to use this unit, and the big thing is we want to know how much damage output. +20 is a lot, but the problem is, are we going to see much against damage reduction units like Brave Edelgard? Obviously versus speed damage reduction units, this unit is going to do fantastic, but I mean, this unit is going to have an absolute bonkers amount of speed. I believe the base was 47, so we're talking about 20 on top of that. That's already 67, and we haven't even started to look at the other effects on there, like the alarm attack speed and the attack speed clash. This unit is going to be incredibly fast. Okay, we're going to quickly go over the banner as a whole, and we've got Ascendant Tiki and Gangalot, which are both good units. Gangalot's axe is very good, and it's the only one right now. We have seen that more are coming, so understand that. But again, it's good. Green is probably the weakest color though, but understand Byleth, Legendary Byleth is still a good unit, and I still think Triandra is a good unit. I am a bigger fan than most people are. And again, I like Gangalot. But moving up next, understand that the next 3 are actually closer than you think. 3, for instance, would be excellent for a new player. This has 2 Mythic Dancers, 1 on defense, 1 on offense, and Ascendant Tiki, which is a fantastic beginner unit. She does an admirable job in a lot of different areas. And then, of course, we've got Colorless with the Arvel, who's fantastic, Ash, who is still good, and we've got Claude, who is showing his age a little bit, but still an excellent unit. That 2 and 3, those are very, very close, though. As far as 1 goes, you've got Nerthuz, who is your new Gale Force initiator. You've got Shez, who is amazing and is one of the marquee nukes right now. Absolutely fantastic unit. And you've got Julia, who is also a very good unit in this meta with dragon effectiveness and a lot of other really neat things. She's a very good unit. You can see the amounts here. The gold amount is the average amount to get to a 5-star. If you're looking at the average at the percentage that you'll get that unit before Spark, it gives and takes, but it's around 65% for this event. As far as the average to plus 10 a unit, we go more into the 2000s. So that's, yeah, Summoners, I think if you are a veteran player, 1 is your obvious choice. If you're a new player, 3 is very good, and 2 has some things that you could need. All right, moving on. Light rankings.
But I'm begging you.
I am not super high on this unit. I want to be. I was so sold on it. I need a new light mythic. Like it is time. I need to replace Air. she's been great to me. But it's time. I've got her under Gateau. And I know some folks are going to yell about that. The thing about Gateau is he has such a solid place in the meta right now. He is still absolutely fantastic versus Cavalines, and so he is an answer to this problem that so many people have. Summoners, I'm not kidding. Like this unit is incredible versus the stock Cavaline that everyone is using right now. And Cavalines in general. I always keep a team with this unit on there and with all of the different bonuses, and we'll talk more about Omni Tanks on Saturday. I have a video coming out about that, but Gateau is very good. Asker, because of his support, will always be very high. The +1 cooldown and the Resonant Blades is so good. I mean, it gives attack, speed, and impact, and or a follow-up denial rather on the first hit. But yeah, Peony, especially with her Refine, the only thing that will take Peony off of that spot is another dancer. Not even kidding. Like that's just how valuable a dancer mythic is. Period. Looking at the others, I'm higher on Milla than most. I still think she is in that tier 1 slot just because I think isolation is so valuable. Especially, I use a lot of enemy phase strategy, so that's, and tier 2, I still think Dogger and Air are very good. Tier 3, Uller and Freya are hurting for a spot, and I'm very concerned that what we are looking at is the 2023 version of Freya here. She has a lot of those similarities. The thing that I really want to see, I don't want to see a unit that has to take 2 hits to kill somebody. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to talk about Gale Force initiators, and this is really, I believe this is the place where they want her. Just looking at her kit, looking at the special they gave her, everything else. I don't believe that this unit takes out Near Save Brave Edelgard. And if you can't take out Near Save Brave Edelgard, then you can't be a primary initiator. That's it, period. I have seen Summer Edelgard rigged up to do it. I have seen Brave Seliph. I've definitely seen Nana, and I've even seen Dimitri with all of his true damage able to do that. I have no faith that this unit can, and this unit can't get a whole lot of extra stats because she's a mythic. So that being said, I could definitely be wrong. Understand that the boost to her damage, that Ice Mirror, is a boost to her damage, not true damage. So that means that damage reduction still affects it. So the way you'll know I'm wrong, and this is the thing, if you're a Nerthuz fan and you need to know, like, this is your favorite unit and you think that this is the one you want to invest in, when she comes out, you want to do a simulation versus Brave Edelgard, near save, close defense 4, and I mean bonfire, and I think what's her other skill, steady breath normally. Do a simulation versus that, and if she takes that down, then I'll have to raise this unit up, I'll have to eat crow, and I will be happy about it because I want this unit to be good. I would love a Gale Force Initiator for a lot of my teams. I think this unit would be a lot of fun. So the other interesting thing here, there are different pieces to this. As a damage dealer, it might be interesting to put something like Aether on her. And that would, with some additional cooldown in like a Summoner Duels mode, that would be interesting. Understand that this is probably not a Seer Snare unit because she's going to take damage, and you want a lot of sustain on your Seer Snare units. So where do you use this unit? As a secondary initiator on your Gale Force team. And the problem with secondary initiators is they need Wings of Mercy. And this unit has a preference B skill. You see where I'm going with this? Like, there's a lot of things that are missing from this unit. So I don't have a whole lot of good news for this unit. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong. I really was excited about another light mythic and excited about getting to update my core. And this just doesn't look like it's going to be that day. So Summoners, again, if you have better ideas, leave them in the comments. Let me know. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.